New law demanding the Ten Commandments be posted inside public school classrooms could be at the center of some court hearings after several groups have filed a lawsuit.
Well, there has been a lot of fallout since Governor Jeff Landry signed that controversial bill into law last week. WDSU's Brittany Verner spoke to parents about how this could impact kids. Brittany.
Yeah, well, the separation of church and state, or lack thereof, is what has many parents concerned about House Bill 71 that the governor signed into law a few days ago.
I think it could be a good thing.
I don't think it's a good idea. I really don't think it's a good idea. You know, you have different people have different takes on religion.
Very different opinions from parents when it comes to House Bill 71 that will now require all public schools in the state of Louisiana to have the Ten Commandments posted inside classrooms in grades K through 12.
I'm Catholic. I'm okay with it. But you have people that's Muslim and stuff like that, and they're not okay with it.
I don't think it hurts. I think it only helps, and I think it's good for every kid to have the opportunity to have somebody to look up to.
The first of the Ten Commandments is thou shalt have no other gods before me. Some people feel this is the opposite of a clear separation between church and state. They say it feels like the governor is forcing personal beliefs into the education policy.
You can't force your religion on me. I can't force your religion on you.
It's why a group of parents from different religious backgrounds and multiple organizations, including the ACLU and the American Civil Liberties Union, to name a few, filed a lawsuit against the state to block House Bill 71, but many are still in support of the governor's decision.
I think that nothing would hurt by having the Ten Commandments posted in any classroom, just for the mere fact of it gives kids something to stand by, something to look up to, and gives them some direction.
Now, we reached out to many of the school systems in the area to see how they plan to implement this in the classroom and to get an idea in terms of how this will be funded. We also reached out to the governor's office to see if they wanted to talk about how they plan to monitor these changes and also see if they wanted to comment concerning that lawsuit that was filed. And we're still waiting to hear back from the governor's office and from those school systems. Reporting live in Jefferson Parish, Brittany Verner, WDSU News.
And the Supreme Court has ruled on a similar case before. In 1980, the justices struck down a Kentucky law requiring the Ten Commandments be displayed in elementary and high schools. At the time, the court said the Kentucky law, quote, had no secular legislative purpose and was plainly religious in nature because the commandments reference worshiping God.